Welcome back to yet another video. We're going to be talking about dodge talents and dodging overall, and the applications it has in Deepwoken. The game has evolved a lot over the course of almost an entire year. We went from flourish stacking, M1 stacking your mantras, to literally parrying everything. And now that the parry changes are finally have settled in for a couple months now, I feel like we're entering a new age of Deepwoken where we are literally just dodging everything, and I feel like this is going to be a huge issue carrying on to layer 2 with the more excessive parry changes, such as parry CD being longer, whipping parries, put your parry CD on. I think if you do land a parry and you continuously parry, it doesn't go on cooldown, which is, I guess, pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, other than that, let's get started with the video. So let's start off with the elephant in the room, Safety Dance. Now, Safety Dance is a card that you can get at power 40, which doubles your dodge frames, and it has no stat requirement at all, so this is viable on every single build. There is no demand. Literally, you can have a shit build, have Safety Dance, so you'll probably be well off if you know the basic mechanics in PvP. So, the problem with Safety Dance is that it is extreme amount of leniency when in combat, right? It's literally easier than parrying. First, no stat investment at all, so you can get this on any build. The main issue with Safety Dance is that you're always dodging and waiting for your opponent to proc your iframes, and it gives you a shit ton of priority on your M1 or mantra, literally whatever you want to do, M1, mantra, spit, anything. And now, keep in mind, this is a rare card, so you can get this on any build as long as you're, hitting power 40, which everyone does. Like, there's no way you're not gonna hit power 40 if you're making like a max build, right? So you always have this card like available at the ready, and it's so strong. And when you pair this with like observation, it becomes even stronger. Like, it's so good. The next card is Risky Moves. This card is really good and has been meta for a very long time, but as of recently, it's been falling off a bit due to the auto dodge being removed after taking a swing or using anything, really. But beforehand, it used to promote very passive gameplay. You would dodge into nothing, and you'll proc your risky moves, and you just wait it out. Do whatever you want, drink a potion or something. Beforehand, dodging and critting with risky moves allowed you to basically negate any type of punishable attack, unless it was multi-hit. Not many people have multi-hit moves, and even then, it's a little bit of a gimmick. But yeah, if you come to the higher skill level of gameplay in Deepwoken, you will see people often use risky moves to get a free spit in. Now, this is very niche, and you only really see it in high skill play. And honestly, a lot of these things you only see in high skill play, right? You only see it with like the top players, bro. Like, you'll see people like dodging, proccing CDR, dodging, spitting, dodging, using a potion, like without no downsides. So you literally can't stop them from doing it. They're going to do it, and they're going to get like 5% to 10% HP every time they do it. So imagine, Risky Moves has a 15-second cooldown, and you are effectively in a fight. Let's say you have like a 1 minute to 2 minute fight. Every 15 seconds, if you are good enough, you can get 5% healing. In a 2 minute fight, that's insane, dude. That is insane. 2 minutes? Every 15 seconds? In a 2 minute fight, you can get 8 dodges off, because the cooldown is 15 seconds, obviously. Now, let's say you get 8 dodges off and you successfully spit in every single dodge of Risky Moves. That's effectively 40% HP gain. That's insane, bro. 5% per spit? What? That is bonkers, bro. And it's so free too. Like, it's not like it's not too hard. As soon as you press Q, you just spit right in front of your face. Like, who's gonna stop you? Now, for arguably the worst dodge talent, not worse in terms of power, more like worse in terms of dealing with it, is Ghost. Now, Ghost promotes extreme passive gameplay. It allows you to do certain actions during Ghost, like running, so proccing CDR, spitting, getting your HP back, drinking potions, pretty much safe. And there's no real to tell when Ghost ends unless you're counting the seconds in your head yourself. Like, really. It promotes running, since it's just literally free iframes. Pair this with any sort of passive healing and you're well off. Like, imagine NLK Ghost, you go in Viz, you're healing. Like, you're for sure healing that shit back. Like, there's no way you're not. Ghost honestly suffers a lot of the same issues that Risky Moves does. And on top of that, you can layer Risky Moves and Ghost, so you get like an extra 1 to 2 seconds of dodge frames after Ghost ends. It's a little ridiculous. But, I'm not the one who balances the game at the end of the day, so I guess it flies. You know, let that shit fly. A good Ghost player, you know, for them, it's basically a gel at a free card. You take a dodge and you're immediately put into neutral, and you can do whatever you want to them, you know, initiate, play passive, play defensive, like, you know, it's all up to you. Now for the final dodge talent on the list, Tap Dancer. Tap Dancer is a little more, you know, questionable because it gives you 2 dodges, which is essentially the same as, you know, having risky moves on demand, I guess. You know, you have to manually do it. So you get 2 whole dodges after dodge canceling. A first dodge essentially allows you to play with no punishment for fail parrying or missing a dodge. So you could just fail parry, fail dodge into a regular dodge, and you'll be pretty much okay. It's like, oh shit, this dude has like 3 different invulnerability points inside his playstyle. Tap Dancer really shines when paired up with other dodge talents, like for example in my one build I have Ghost, Tap Dancer, and Risky Moves, so you just dodge an attack, go into Ghost, you can dodge an attack again because, you know, Tap Dancer allows you to dodge again. It's a little ridiculous, honestly. It shouldn't exist, but here we are, we have it in the game, you can get it, no one can stop. Now going forward, I think a lot of the dodge talents need to be toned down, you know, stuff like Dark Rift, Ghost, Risky Moves, Tap Dancer, you know, Safety Dance, like all of them need to be toned down, because I feel like in layer 2, based on knowledge we do know, as soon as the game is going towards a time where pairing is going to be harder to do, easier to punish. For example, within an M1 will probably allow them, you know, to land a free mantra due to parry CD being so low, or I should say high because parry CD is high. I believe layer 2 is going to be heavy dodge reliant. You can make a case for like, oh, whiffing M1 sets up a count towards your flourish, so you can't really intentionally whiff M1s. But at the same time, you can if you're just going to throw a mantra out. You whiff an M1, throw a mantra out, and you potentially land the next M1. You probably land it, I'm not going to lie. I just see the game going towards a terrible, terrible place, but hey, especially for high ping players, bro. High ping players, yikes, this doesn't sound too good for them. You know, it's fun for me though. ABA combos, let's get it going. But yeah, that's basically the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, and peace out.